Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
With florals.
Well, you have florals, I have stripes, because it's cold.
I know. You're dressed for October. I'm dressed for Whitney's party, where I thought it was going to be cold, but they're all outside, and, they didn't seem like they were cold.
Apparently it was springtime in Utah. That's what Heather taught us. And the wind was picking up. That might have been cold wind.
Yes, Brittany had to put on her shawl.
Yes. We had to turn our heater on at the house today. We didn't have to, but got home and it was 64 degrees inside the house. I was like, we could use 6 degrees, use some 70s. So are you glad I turned on the heat?
I didn't really notice it. I mean...
Oh, well, in that case, screw you.
Because it's going to, be up in, the 70s or something, like the rest of the... Or, the 60s, and then it's going to be 70s.
That's true.
It's
but
so
overnight, it's getting cold. Overnight, because it's cold.
Yeah, we might need to change from the non-portion to the non-portion sheets.
We may need to do that.
She should just make, warm, fleece sheets.
But do you really need warm fleece sheets if you live in Atlanta?
It gets cold in Atlanta. You were there for Christmas.
That's true. Maybe we should see if Portia makes fleece sheets.
I will check on that.
Let's look into that.
Yes.
I'm just happy to wear sweaters again. Although, as I already told you, I'm a little disappointed in my sweater collection. I need to refresh my sweaters.
Well, you might be getting some more sweaters for Christmas.
Well, don't give me too many. We've been spending too much money.
I know.
Too much money.
No more money. Can't spend it.
Luckily, BravoCon's coming up. We won't be spending any money on that.
Dinners and...
Hotel.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we have to pay out. Yeah.
Airport parking.
Right.
All those things.
Right. Cabs or Ubers.
I'm going to leave my phone in a cab.
Not on my watch.
Oh, yeah. Probably a good thing we won't do.
Also, I love Heather saying, Vegas, that's not a vacation. That's a road trip.
Well, it made me think from Salt Lake, it can be a road trip. It's still a long drive to go from Salt Lake to Vegas, but it's like...
But vacation should be like, I'm going to take you to Paris, not I'm going to take you to Vegas.
Especially one that you're, if you're going to be called a gold digger for, it's not a trip to Vegas.
And if he's got that Osmond money, then he should be able to, take her to, really nice places.
I just can't. Also, just seeing him talking to Justin, I was like, he's such a goober.
Such a goober.
Yeah, I don't understand what she sees. We're in love. It's like, are you? Are you really? When he's saying shit like that?
No.
Anyway, this was an interesting episode, and the fact that it started and took place all at the same place.
Bottleneck, which they usually don't do. They don't usually do these episodes except for premieres. So I liked that it was like, we're at the same place the entire time. Yeah. Bring it, because that's when they really shine of just the hilarity and the takedowns, and it's just all put together so well. I really hope at that editors panel at BravoCon they have to have someone from Salt Lake.
Oh, I'm sure.
How do you do all this?
Yeah, I could have done without Whitney's little sing-songy poem.
I mean,
it's not as clever as I think anyone hoped it would have been.
Whitney to the song, no.
So no. I mean, maybe there's just unless there's something I'm not understanding. But yeah, I could have done without that.
Is the episode title "Flowers for Spring" groundbreaking?
I don't know. I have no idea what that's going to be. We'll figure it out when we're done. But lead us.
Yes, basically Whitney had a party and she was going through old photo albums and wanted to get back to her old self and have fun again and, get tattoos and drink and get on the pole.
When she described all those things, she was like, I used to drink and have fun and get on the pole and get tattoos. It's called in your 20s.
Exactly.
That's what it was. Exactly. And then you grew up and you had kids.
Yeah.
And so
the end.
Yeah. And that's what happened. I felt really bad for her when she was kind of talking about, how we're going to jump around because that's what we do here. We jump around. We're like Cypress Hill. I felt really bad when she was saying that the damn cat just distracted me and I can't remember what I was going to say. I felt bad for when she was just saying that she doesn't feel like she can, be herself and that she had to kind of give up a lot of that, of her funness.
Yeah, I didn't really
because of Justin, because she got him fired and she didn't feel like his equal and all that stuff. So I felt really bad. That sucks to have to be shove yourself into a box. And
it's like she felt like she had to be, I am a business owner, so I need to look and dress a certain way, because when we deviated from that, Justin got fired because of like the salaciousness of that episode, whatever. But yeah, the idea of I couldn't be me, and for the last 2 years, and even after all that of pretending to be somebody else, I still failed with this business. And so where am I now? And that's
the cats are at the loft at the spiral stairs again, so they're fine. They're playing.
Okay,
they're gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay.
They're gonna be good.
So just like you're right, it is sad.
It's very sad. And just to let you know, with my birthday coming up and us going wine tasting for my birthday, right, I'm planning on becoming fun and flirty again, and I'm gonna take myself out of the box and get ready for me.
Funny, like you can never not be you. It's just.
Oh, really?
No, I don't think that in a bad way. Like, you are always going to be you. What is Scabs doing?
Don't worry about her. She's a cat. She's got a tail. It helps her balance.
Yeah. You can never not be you. And, like, I would never want you to not be you. And if we, like, started a wild rose business, I'd be like, you still be you. Still be you.
How did you know I wanted to start a lotion business? I have some jewelry ready from Alibaba. It's going to be great.
Or Brittany, I'm like, oh my God, I have goosebumps. How could he know this? Nobody know this. No one knew about my daughter and maybe. Strange. Oh my gosh. He must be psychic.
So let's talk about Terrence, her wildly gay, overly eager psychic. Or
probably from Key West. Yeah. I want to meet with him.
Which is so weird because you don't you've had tarot readers before, like at work.
No. That was that crappy tarot reader. I had a person I met through work that was a psychic. I haven't seen him in many years. It was back before my current job.
Right.
Yeah, and like it's funny, like things he would predict didn't really pertain to me, but
oh, well, he's fucking amazing.
But they did like pertain to Ashley. Like he called like certain things, and I was like, oh wow, that's really interesting.
Did he predict me?
No, I asked him about a relationship thing, but like I can't remember what he said. But no, that was like way before you. No one could have predicted you.
I love how Whitney was like, hey, if I flew you out, yes, I'll do it. Like just immediately.
Did you come to yes.
What do you mean? Did you go somewhere? You're going to pay me to do something? Yes.
Venmo me the money.
Also, I'm going to be on an episode of Housewives. Done.
Now I'm going to look him up. Terrence, what was his? Terrence the psychic.
We can Google him. She kept calling him something other than a psychic. It wasn't psychic.
And he's an intuitive.
Intuitive, yes.
Yes, but I enjoyed his intuition. Mary did not. He thought he might speak.
The devil might speak through him.
Yes,
because he's a soothsayer. That's so it says in the Bible.
Yes.
So
Bible says a lot of things, Mary.
Well, I mean, but also I think it would be a relevant point that he does not call himself a soothsayer. So right. I mean, although the devil can be called by many different names, I think.
Yeah, it's like you haven't met this person, you haven't like sat down. I understand. It was similar
to the voodoo stuff on Orange County, yeah.
But voodoo has a much more negative connotation, so I could see those good Christian ladies, not wanting to.
I could see though that like if he walked in and was like, "Hi, I'm a soothsayer," then yeah, red flag,
right.
Don't do it.
But he's like, "Come and meet with me if you want." Like it wasn't like, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, he's like, hi, I brought these really wrinkled cards that I've dropped in the bathtub 100 times. Here we go.
But no, of course Mary wasn't going to sit down with him. Yeah. Like it didn't take a psychic to tell you that.
True.
But yes. So she invites him. All the women meet there.
Can we talk about their outfits?
I was going to talk about the location where apparently there was a murder-suicide, according to Mary.
Right.
In front of the dog who was never right.
Never quite right.
It looked like you said like a Hobbit house.
Yeah, I mean, it had that weird like, who's that guy who does the garden scenes? The
Happy Clouds?
No, not the Happy Painter. No, those stupid things, that artist would always like have pastoral pictures, like paintings that sell in the mall shops. What was that guy?
Right.
What's his name?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
It looked like Kincaid.
Okay.
Yeah, Kincaid. It looked like a Kincaid gallery photo, like gone wrong, like mixed with like steampunk Hobbit Shire. It was really
steampunk.
It was kooky. I mean, I could see the whimsy of it all for like being a garden setting and all that. But
well, I love how like nobody knew that there were vineyards in Utah. I didn't know either. So
I mean, with the success that wineries have across the country, I'm sure that they, if they have a chance to grow any grape, they will. I remember once being in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport for work. I was traveling for work, and between one of the terminals, they're like, "Come taste some Texas wine." And there's like this. It wasn't even a restaurant or wine. It was like a kiosk in the mall. It was like the size of one of those, and they just had like bar stools set up, and it was like me and like two other people just drinking wine at the airport. I was drinking wine at the airport because I was at the airport and I wanted to have a glass of wine, but I wasn't but to find out like, ooh, Texas wine.
Was it good?
As far as wine goes,
I think of like Texas tea from like the Beverly Hillbillies.
So I mean, that's the thing is like, I don't have a great palate for wine. Like, even though we live in Northern California and, we're exposed to wine, I don't necessarily be like, ooh, this is great wine. Like, is it wine? Yes. Does it taste fine? Yes. I'm trying to think of something else to make it rhyme.
So why are we going wine tasting for your birthday?
Because we've always talked with our friends about how we've never gone wine tasting together we have, but we live here. We don't go often.
Have we not gone wine tasting with this exact group of people?
We have, but we've only done it that one time, and we haven't done it since, especially since we moved back up here from San Francisco. So that's what I was saying. We've gone with that, but we've always talked we should go wine tasting again. We never.
Right.
So,
okay.
But yeah. And what are you complaining about? You're not drinking any wines.
I'm just driving you drunken fools.
Look, it's my birthday.
Food better be good. It is birthday.
I had to play the birthday card to get you to do this.
Of course. If you suggested this in like June, I'd be like, whatever, bro. Get an Uber and call me when you're done.
Stop.
No, that'd be good.
Utah wines.
Yeah. Pairings. Mary doesn't want any salmon, any parasites. They're going to make a family in her belly.
I like that Heather was like, no, it's smoked salmon. It's already been cured. Don't worry about it.
Right. It's not like straight from like the Ralph's.
But it's not that sushi does that either. Like, that's everyone's misconception, including yours, about sushi is it's just raw fish.
Well,
it's gonna be like dangerous.
But I'm just not like a huge fish person. It doesn't appeal to me. So yeah,
the texture of it is weird, and it takes a little getting used to.
Yes.
So
or not. Look, I did vegan sushi with this same group of folks.
That's because
that I like.
Yeah.
By the way,
which, by the way, we argued about. We got in a fight because we had just started dating, and you were like, "Oh, I don't want to do that."
Yeah, I wasn't just started dating. That was end of 2017.
Yeah, so we've been dating for like 9 months.
For a minute.
And
we did get into it like right before we saw that Jessica Chastain movie. Where she was
that was a good movie. Yeah. What was that one?
With like in the dealings, and she was like an expert. Like,
yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say something.
Millie.
No.
Molly.
Yeah, Molly's Game. We got there together. That's perfect. I love it.
Millie and Molly. Yeah.
So their looks, though.
Okay.
Their looks. When she said bring the florals, right? I was expecting like a Tamra floral party, like they would all show up wearing their florals, and no one really showed up. I mean, they kind of like had a whisper of floral in a lot of their stuff.
Whisper. So let's break it down. Whitney with the very pink dress, which was like a lot with the bow in the back.
Right.
She's done better.
Heather had the lacy brownish thing, which had flowers, I guess.
It looked like, were those flowers like they looked like bells at the end?
Oh, like the little, I know.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. They're hanging off her.
That's actually what they're called.
Yes, they're hanging off her. I was like,
yeah.
Mary was in the suit, very Mary. I don't understand her bangs.
That was just
a weird look with the barrette that couldn't contain the bangs. And then I feel like Mary is usually so put together normally. I don't see why she was just like,
I feel like maybe that wind that knocked all the flowers off the table may have been acting up a few times, or like that may have made her hair even worse.
I'm surprised that Lisa Barlow actually like stooped literally to get the flowers and help Whitney put them back on. I was like, really? Wow.
she did it last week and she did it again. I don't like this Lisa Barlow pajama thing.
That's her aesthetic. Like pajamas
it hasn't always been. I feel like she's trying to make fetch happen with these pajamas. Like it just seems this year she's really pushing hard on these pajamas.
She likes a flowy outfit. It's never really, it's just always pants. It's never very binding.
But I don't know, it'd be one thing. I think it's a serious miss for me because it's not like
the shoes.
With that cut of everything being so flowy, if it was like 70s sort of like disco flowy, I'd be into it. But it just looks like pajamas.
Yes.
Not like classy caftan pajamas. It just looks like I'm too lazy to put on something else. And her justification is probably like, whatever, these pajamas are $5,000.
Exactly, if not more.
And, I'm sorry, just because they cost a lot of money doesn't mean they look good.
Even Louis Vuitton makes mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even Balenciaga makes many mistakes.
Trash bag.
Meredith, what the hell was that?
What the hell was that?
What the hell was that?
Like, she was like, hold my beer, Bronwyn. I'm going to, like, be denim flower applique.
When she walked in, I don't think I recognized that the boots
were a part of the whole
thing. And then they did that on purpose. They must have, because they let Mary do her whole, like, she looks like germs, which kind of, I see what she's talking about.
Kind of like The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah, little cordyceps all over the place.
Yeah.
And then when she walks in for her psychic reading, you're like, oh, God, there's boots that match it. Like that.
It's so much look.
She
really was trying to outdo Bronwyn, which I think, once she took off her coat, was a very pretty, like, butterfly flower situation.
Yeah.
Her hair looked good, like minimal. Like, it's so funny. Like, she does, I think when she goes over the top of the outfit, she'll do like minimal makeup. And I think it, because otherwise it could be look a little bit drag queeny.
Right.
So
I do like that when Bronwyn, I think that's the difference for like when you're going bold is like just go too much and it's okay. Like even Meredith's outfit, if there had been something else to bring it over the top and it wasn't just like this monochromatic kind of blue flower thing, I would have been happier with it. But Bronwyn takes it over the top and I'm like, okay, yes.
That's her personality and it fits. Like Meredith, it's so funny because like I just said, Meredith's confessional with that silver suit looks amazing.
Right.
Like hands down the best confessional so far of the season. Like her makeup's great. Just like the nice touch of boob, cleavage, and it's just so put together, and the hair, it's just like that's probably her best confessional look ever and the best altogether of the season for me.
I can't wait to edit a clip together that have to change the captions on touch of boob.
Because some people do a touch of boob and it's like I don't, maybe a little more. Let's button some buttons. Yeah.
And then Britani, she was there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a pretty color.
Yeah.
And she was there.
Nothing special.
She was. And Angie.
Oh, yeah.
I did not like Angie's dress at all. Why are you wearing leopard?
Yeah.
Was it leopard?
Yeah, or cheetah.
Cheetah.
It was some sort of animal print.
Floral situation. And I should have known as soon as she like brought that thing in, I was like, what is she going to do? It's just like the scroll.
Oh, yeah.
She's a prop queen.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need all that. We'll get to it later, but I don't need it.
I think the first piece of drama that really, really reared its head at the party was why Angie listed her house with someone other than Britani.
I think the second piece of drama is Britani's a real estate agent.
Yeah, is that?
I forgot about that.
I forgot. Did we ever really know?
She never talks about work.
Right.
It's always about Jared and her announcements. So I didn't know that she
was a real estate agent.
Yes.
And I mean, I guess.
You know what? We did know because this was back when that Salt Lake real estate show was airing and we're like, oh, Britani could go work for them.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. And then that show just disappeared off the radar. So that's probably
that show. Was that last year or the year before?
That was either earlier. It was when Salt Lake was airing. So I think it was.
It had been last year. Maybe they're going to bring it back. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. It needs a bit more.
Yeah, it did need a little bit more. Oh, right, because they had the weird guy with the face.
Who with the strippers?
Yeah, and oh God, he's married. He went to a stripper.
Oh my God,
I forgot about that guy.
That was. They were trying to make a high stakes drama, but it was pretty low stakes.
Yeah, very low stakes. But yeah, I mean, I don't like giving Lisa Barlow credit, but Angie does go kind of low because like she was going a little bit like mean at Britney just about the real estate agent, like whatever, you live in Provo, I live in, and then it descended into this conversation about which part of Salt Lake City is the most prestigious.
That's classic housewives. Like, no, my neighborhood. No, my neighborhood's the best neighborhood. I'm like I don't know.
Ladies, you're all in Salt Lake City, Utah. So right. I don't know if.
I mean, it's not Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
But yes, I want to now research the best parts of Utah.
We should still take a trip to Utah.
I think so.
Again, for anyone who might try to come for me about Utah and, Utah's nice. I think it's beautiful. It's lovely. I'm just saying, if you're going to argue over what's most prestigious, I don't think... if you have a whole list of cities going on, that Salt Lake makes the top.
Where is that socialite lady? She could have been like, well, it's wherever I live.
Right, my $5 million mansion or whatever it was. And to Angie's point, you don't sell a $4 million house overnight. Like you don't.
I mean, it's interesting that it's been on the market for 200 days. I mean, a price adjustment typically isn't the best thing.
No.
And Britney had a point that you price it correctly the first time so people don't see your price adjustment, because we look at real estate all the time and we're like, oh, they had to drop the price.
Yeah.
Because it was probably priced too high.
Right.
But so Britney knows a bit of what she's talking about. So Angie didn't have to come so hard at her.
Right. That was a little like, it's like, oh, and also it's like, I don't know. At this point, I'm really starting to root for Britney as the underdog. And just like, oh, stop picking on her. You keep kicking her when she's down. Stop it.
Right. Talking about her hair and now this.
Like, I mean, it's fun that it's become kind of an ongoing joke. But like, she's like the Meg of Family Guy. They're just like, oh, we're going to pick on Britney. And also in Angie's defense, it's a very particular type of home. I don't know how many people
It's very specific.
Yeah. Don't know how many people are really looking for a completely transparent.
Was that like their dream home that they built?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is there's no railing at the basement. They probably can't get anyone to buy it because people keep slipping down the stairs.
I mean, you have people all know about Monica's tumble. So I would hope she would have put in a railing.
I mean, they have to put it into disclosures.
If I was the agent, I'd be like, first thing, put in a railing, and we're gonna get like some good photos of that railing, so no one can say you don't have one.
I wonder, and they must not for $4 million. They're not having open houses, or else every fan in the valley would be there looking at it.
It's invite only. Yes.
I mean, not that we haven't gone and looked at $3 million houses in town, but that's because they were part of that Agra-hood or whatever it was.
They were close. Yeah.
Yeah, they were like $2.8 million.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I just go in now and don't pretend that I can afford those.
Oh, I mean, it's like they have to expect looky-loos, and then maybe that looky-loo could actually be a real buyer.
Right.
You can't just say it's not exclusive enough.
Right.
To just say like you have to like, contact the agent to see it, because you're not going to get a sale that way.
And also now that Sotheby's seems to be a real estate agency for like just any old house. I mean, it's kind of lost that.
It used to mean something.
I know, when you used to think, oh, auctions and lots of money. And now you're just like, oh, might as well be Century 21. So I don't even know if Century 21 is still even a real estate.
It's still a thing. We still see those signs.
I don't even pay attention anymore.
Yeah, I do.
So, Jinx, you owe me a Coke. So then
how about a glass of water?
The drama then continues, I think, with Meredith saying she needed to confront. And
for a second, basically went like this: Lisa, I've heard that you said things about my family. No, I didn't. Okay, Lisa, I'm good.
Yeah. And then with Lisa doing the whole, I didn't say anything, but I suspect Satan knows something.
Because, Angie was grinning like the Cheshire Cat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But, to call her Satan, unless you're Stacey, stop calling people by the...
Yeah, that's a bit much. And then that's what bugs me is that Angie...
Well, and then before that, like, Heather, interesting enough, saying, like, I don't know why Meredith is like sweeping this under the rug.
Oh, right.
It could be true. Why didn't you say that in scene?
Because she's
afraid of Lisa Barlow.
I mean, it seems like from the scenes from next week that maybe Heather does start kind of talking to Lisa about like, it's going to be couched like in sarcasm, like, you're not the best friend, like you're not an easy friend to have.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's probably what we're going to see.
And
but
that'll be like the first start of this possible downfall of their friendship. But yeah, you were saying the part.
But why Angie didn't elaborate and take a moment to say, no, but you said these things, and immediately, and that's why.
Won't say exactly what she said.
Right.
Like, she had receipts about, like, oh, this is the mean text you sent me, but what did she say exactly to you about digging up dirt about Meredith? Stick to that.
Right.
Because then you might say something that might trigger Meredith to be like, oh, I did say that to Lisa, or that is true.
Right.
You know, like, oh, maybe someone did shoplift, you know?
So that's why the only thing I could think of is either they took all that out, like they didn't, because it was ultimately irrelevant towards the final blow up of this episode. So either that all happened and they talked about it, but it really went nowhere. So they just decided not to show it because it just got boring, because Meredith on her Xanax and Lisa were just like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't. Okay. All right.
Whatever said. No, because the real fight here, it's not about Meredith. That's just the entryway of Angie just trying to, like, poke at Lisa. It's really about their fight.
Right. Which I don't like, that the way it was presented, and if this is how it went down, I don't like this about it, is that Angie was just like using that. It makes it seem like Angie is using Meredith just to come in, upset the apple cart and cause some sort of kerfuffle so she can go, oh yeah, and then you're mean to me too. Like, it was just all this so she could miss or redirect to her in this conversation and text about the product and all.
And as we said last week, there was no way that Meredith was going to flip on Lisa, even if she probably does believe there's a kernel of truth to that.
Right.
She and Lisa are on the same side. She probably isn't like many of the other women in the group. I'm saying this for both Meredith and Lisa. So it's like they are going to stick together, and, they're not going to be best friends like they were like season 1, but they're not going to have a rift so that they can be used against each other.
Right.
Because I'm sure they do know a lot of horrible shit about one another. Right. So it's a friendship of convenience in a lot of ways, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah.
I enjoy through all of this that Bronwyn's able to kind of be sitting in the background and like, yeah, and just kind of do what Heather does as well. Just like, well, she's right. Yep, that's true. That's happening.
They're so similar. She and Heather are so similar.
Yeah.
I like that the other ones, including along with Mary, are saying like, this is stupid. Just say you're sorry and stop hurting each other or trying to hurt one another, and we can all move on.
Right.
But they were just like, as Whitney said, they both wanted the last word. They were just shouting like random shit like the soup man, and you're
I want to know what the Superman means.
We'll get to it at the reunion,
I'm sure.
And then the 12 was it not stitches?
The 12 laces or threads
on both sides, and you had a facelift, and like you looked like you went through a wind tunnel.
So I'm kind of with Angie on this, though, and that's just who I am. Like, I can see where the frustration is. I'm not going to let Lisa off the hook. And that's
right.
Why she started screaming at everyone, like, and Mary, too, you've all gone back to her. You've all, like, let her get away with this.
Yes.
Like, why do we continue to do that? And that's true, because Lisa's doing the thing that she always does, which is she has nothing to actually say, so she just starts screaming really loud
about things that may or may not be true.
Right, that isn't what we're talking about at all. And just like Angie needs to be reaching out to a soup company now and get a deal with Campbell's soup.
I was like, I don't eat soup. I don't know anybody who has soup. I don't know of a soup man.
I don't know
why is she doing this. I get what she was saying of Lisa says these horrible things and throws them out, and I look like shit. She's questioning my business, questioning my integrity. I'm a pillar of the community. I don't appreciate that, and I'm not going to let it go for the sake of the show or this friend group, whatever. Right. And the others are just like, let's just let it go and whatever. But I get what she's saying, but at the same time, you have to move on. But also, we know Lisa is capable of an apology. Why can't she just give one to Angie? Because they both said really horrible things.
I don't think Angie wants apology. I don't want Angie to get an apology. I want Lisa to just admit that she's done horrible things. I don't need an apology from her. The fact that they were kind of, the fact that Lisa walks out without even, saying anything, it's just, that was so ridiculous.
But it's so, the whole, like you talked about like kid, it's like, it wasn't like she was saying, your kid is the reason why your product didn't sell.
She's saying you're the reason why your kid's product didn't sell.
Exactly.
Because you weren't doing the thing that you're supposed to do professionally, which is market it.
And I think what she said last year about Henry was way worse, about how he just stays up playing video games, making it seem that Lisa isn't monitoring her child and
or neglecting him.
Exactly.
Basically.
So talking about my kid's product that you probably haven't thought about in ages, like, I mean, it's not, there are worse things, you could say.
Yeah. I mean, I do see what Lisa's saying about Angie having thin skin, because it did seem that Angie, and you reminded me of this, is latching on to this reputation that she's bad in business, or she's somehow, her businesses are failing, because she was like, all my credit cards are my name. It seemed very important to Angie to like throw all her credit cards and like...
I love them. She was like, stop throwing your money on the ground. Stop throwing your cards. Like freaking Brittany, like...
And then it's funny with Heather, like, I've never actually held a black card.
Right.
I think I have once. I forget whose, but
I
think I've transacted
I've
something.
I've seen a titanium card.
Yeah, I think for work one time I ran a black card, but anyway. Yeah, I'm tired of Lisa yelling over people. I'm all for Angie continuing to do it, because I think that Lisa doesn't think she's doing or has done anything wrong, whereas I think Angie knows full well what she's doing. And maybe Lisa does too, but the fact is that she won't admit to it, and all she does is all this whataboutism of like, what about? It's like, okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how you are...
Well, I think that Bronwyn made the good point of, you can't control Lisa, you can only control your reaction. So they both have thin skin. They both need to, just let this go and roll off their backs, because it's just, they're not going to... If I was Angie, I would just be like, whatever, you're going to say shit about me. I'm not letting it get to me. I'm ignoring you. There are 7 other ladies I can hang out with, 6 other ladies I can hang out with. Like, I did do math.
I like Bronwyn, and they're like, I'm even starting to like Brittany.
No, Angie said that.
Oh, Angie said
Bronwyn was like, I'm accepting a hug from Brittany.
Just so
Which brings us to the tarot readings.
Oh, yes.
So, what was it? Brittany, he was spot on about Brittany. Who knows where he got that information? That was shady of the editors.
Yes.
Heather is that she's kind of like new beginnings, like her whole...
Yeah, and that her love life hasn't been going well. That's kind of
what... She never shows it.
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Bronwyn was probably like, the saddest of like, you should make amends with your mother because you might not have it for very long, and look out for that look out for that blood work.
Yeah, and that's a really heavy thing to say. Yeah. Part of me is already thinking, he's done research and watched the show, so maybe he knows.
Well, he wouldn't have known about that stuff. Is new because this is her first season showing her mother.
Did she say any of that to Whitney or anything, and Whitney passed it on to him?
I don't think so. I don't think this is a Jen Aiden situation.
I don't know.
With endorsements and whatnot.
And what was
Lisa's?
Yeah.
Which she wouldn't share with anybody because she can't be vulnerable.
Right.
The whole storyline of it all, of John Barlow, and they're growing apart even though they're best friends, and and marriage is hard. I beg to differ. But
here, hold my beer. No.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, same kind of thing was kind of Whitney's situation as well. That communication wasn't working well, and that she
was upside down.
Yeah. She wasn't really talking to Justin about the feelings that she's having about surrounding her business inadequacies.
And that she needs to like go back, or not go back, but find herself again in a sense.
Right.
And, it's almost like, be yourself or love what you do, or do what you love, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, do what you love, and then you're never never working. I remember. There's been a lot of cliches we have.
Yeah.
What was Meredith's? Did we talk about?
That someone could be dealing with mental health issues, and she seemed to be like, yeah.
Okay.
And
then it was
Angie, that
the horse was gonna get hurt, and then it did.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, she threw the horse, its leg broke, and that was the injured horse.
I mean, I hope that's the injured horse. I would feel so really awful as an intuitive to be like, especially especially if like part of your thing is just kind of leading, following threads to the end and be like, oh, you have a daughter. Oh, that's right. Oh, and she rides horses. Oh, okay. It would be so hard for me to say. And then your daughter might get in a horse riding accident. And then he was very clear to say, your daughter will be fine. It's just the horse won't be.
Okay. Well, then we'll just shoot him because that's what happens.
I'm just like, I just got to be something. I couldn't say that to another person. No. I don't think I could. Like, especially in some sort of, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people take these things seriously. As we found out, Tamara on Orange County consults a psychic. Didn't we just hear that on 2T? She was mentioning something about that.
I don't think so.
We did. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But anyway, like I know people take this seriously, so it's not all fun and games. But like in this context for the show, like it seemed to be like, oh, it's a lighthearted. We're gonna have a fun party and da da da. I want you to come out and tell people. But maybe that's whole.
It was basically, let's go into this room and cry.
Let's go into this room that everyone else has to walk through if they need to leave.
That was a horrible setup, and just the Whitney one though, of like, just beware of certain friends that and
that you might need to cut out of your life.
Bye.
Yeah. My favorite person of the entire episode, the wine steward, came out. I have another wine if you want.
As they're like ripping each other's faces off.
It was evident to me that Angie at least had some wine.
Yes.
As she was, I felt like when she just could not be consoled, even after she was removed from the table.
That was so...
She just kept going on and on and on about it. And that's something that like, I don't know. I feel like she was very raw because her inhibitions were down from the alcohol and
then the crying and like, I won't let her do this to me anymore. And neither one of them could be consoled. Like the level of emotion and energy was like at a 30.
Yeah,
and they were just like being pulled away and then like going back to each other to like finish the fight. And then
no, and I think for Angie to have reacted that way to Mary when Mary kind of did that,
yes.
I think that the only thing I can think is alcohol would have had her been like, no, this is for real. Like, this is the most important feeling I've ever felt in my life. That's the sort of,
I have to get this off my chest. That be like suppressed by Lisa Barlow, and I'm not going to like,
right.
Go along to get along. To go along.
To me, that just sounds very much like drunk verbiage there.
And just like chaotic energy. And I understand. As much as it looks chaotic, I'm sure being in it must have been 10 times that. And I understand why Mary was like, I don't like this. Probably reminds her of her mother.
Right.
And is like, I got to get out of here. And, being genuinely hurt that Angie was like coming at her that way of like, I've had your back, you've had mine, we're cool. And you just like lump me in with these other chicks.
Right.
And this whole like, you want me to kiss Lisa's ass. It's like, when did we ever say that? No one wants you to, like for Heather to be like, we don't want you to kiss Lisa's ass. Let me rub your back.
But that must be what it feels like to be in the midst of all that when everyone knows that Lisa's behaves a certain way and puts up with it. It was something that I didn't think of, and I was trying to think about that in a lot of ways, what Mary said about, but this is who she's always been. Like when you
know who she is.
When you were friends with her, you were fine with this.
Right. Or the fact that like it's not as if Lisa said, dig up dirt on Meredith and the answer's like, I'm aghast.
Right.
I couldn't do that to Meredith. That's unethical. She probably was like, what should I do?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what, like if I was Meredith, I would say, what did you do when she suggested that?
Right.
Because, hello, now that you're in a fight with her, now it's become a moral dilemma, and I need to confess this to Meredith. Again, if I was Meredith too, I'd be like, this has nothing to do with me. Are you trying to like, be on my side or whatever? It was so funny when Meredith was like, here's trying to like wipe her face.
Yeah.
Thank you, Meredith.
I do feel like Angie made it very clear, though, that like I'm bringing this up because I'm, want to cause shit. Like I know that Meredith is under no delusions about that. So, I get what you're saying, though. But,
It's not about her.
I forgot she was there at the end of the episode.
Well, it seemed...
Everyone else walked away. I thought maybe they just didn't show her leave.
I thought that she chased after Mary, but she probably couldn't in those boots. She's like, let her go. I'll call you.
Yeah. I really hope Meredith... I really hope Mary and Angie can get over whatever this is.
I feel they'll maybe, like, have argument, but get to a good place by the end of next episode.
I hope so. I feel like
they go on the boat.
I feel like this is kind of the first time in the entire series that I've seen Mary kind of justifiably upset, in my opinion,
Yes.
where she was like, girl, I was trying to help you.
Yes.
And this is what I get for it. No, you're not going to talk to me like that. And like, she got emotional. I think you can see that.
She definitely was emotional.
Because previously when Mary's done things and like said, no, like when she kicked Meredith out of the house,
right,
it just seemed performative, whereas this seemed very genuine.
Also, too, she's going through like the Robert Jr. stuff. And so she's probably like, when she was like, this is nothing, she's like, this is nothing in comparison to real shit that's happening to us.
Right.
This little like who stole someone's credit card or whatever is BS. And you're grown women, you should just like figure this out and move the F on.
I mean, I keep thinking
it's a dumb fight.
Yeah, but I keep thinking for me, and I get hung up on it so much, when I know someone's lying and just won't admit to it, like even if you're lying, like I'm fine with you as long as you're like not acting holier than thou about it. Like, is it, because I've had friends who've been lying liars who lie all the time, and I was always okay with it when they were like obvious about it. But when they started getting, sanctimonious about it, like, and then judging me for something that I did, I was like, what are you talking about? You lie all the damn time.
Well, that's the thing. Now it's roping in you. Like, so this is what's different from Potomac. Call Stacey a liar all day long. Stacey is not lying on you.
Right.
However, Lisa Barlow will just vomit lies about you in the heated arguments. That's affecting you.
Right.
That's why it becomes your business, not because Stacey on Potomac is or is not married.
Yeah.
Did not hire some dude to be her boyfriend. That is nothing to do with you. This is like,
once it becomes personal, because it's like I've been overlooking all of your freaking lies, and now you're turning around and calling me a liar? Like, no, thank you.
Exactly.
So I think that's where it gets to be the problem, and I can see Angie's point about it. Also, thank you, TMZ, for confirming that Stacey's actually divorced.
In your face, Ashley Darby.
Yes, and Giselle.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah. I mean, and also, if Stacey paid TMZ to run that story, good on you. Yeah. she rise.
Now just make that Orbit deal.
Yeah, that Orbit scum.
Or Altoids, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like Angie's soup. Let's just,
I would love
let your haters be your motivators.
Also the whole Kerastas conversation. Like,
oh my God, my best friend. You want me to call her?
Who is Lisa's best friend? I was afraid. I thought Meredith.
John.
I thought Meredith would be like, what? I thought I was your best friend.
I'm right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you see my denim floral?
Oh God! When she started talking, when she made that crack to Terrence is his name?
Terrence.
She's like, "Oh, I'm Meredith," or should I not have said that? You are Brooks's mother, aren't you? Oh, sad news on.
About Next Gen with Hudson and Ariana.
I mean, it seems amicable, but
still. They're probably still, because they have broken up before, so maybe they'll get back together. A lot of people were saying in the comments it's Kim's fault.
Oh, really?
I think just in general, because he was always saying, like, not cut ties, but like you can't, save your mother, take care of her.
Yeah.
So maybe that was a bone of contention. But like, where do they live now? New York is very expensive.
And he had a lot of money.
Yeah. So she moved in with Riley in Brooklyn.
Maybe that'd be fun. They
need to pick up cameras on that. I feel like because they're going to be a BravoCon, there's a big chance that it will be a second season.
Right. Oh, I think so.
This hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we've talked about everything. Have we missed any Salt Lake shenanigans?
No, there's a lot to cover, like, within this bottleneck of an episode, but I feel like we...
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a great episode. Yeah. This makes up for everyone last week going, that was kind of a boring episode.
This was not filler. Stuff was brought up.
Yeah.
It was brought in. It was...
All right.